Spirituality is a constant search for a deeper understanding of who we are and what our purpose in life is. However, this journey can often be hindered by the masks we put on and the layers of protection we build over time. These masks are built from our life experiences, such as traumas, disappointments, fears, and insecurities. They prevent us from accessing our true essence and connecting with the divine. The spiritual journey therefore involves the challenge of removing these masks and layers of protection so that we can reconnect with our true nature and find answers to our deepest questions. To achieve this connection, it is important to cultivate spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, study of sacred texts, and group activities that promote consciousness expansion and personal development. In addition, we must be willing to face our fears and insecurities and confront our own shadows so that we can release what is holding us back from spiritual evolution. As human beings, we often create personas or characters that we present to the world as a way to protect ourselves from pain and judgment from others. These personas can help us feel safe for a time, but they can also prevent us from being true and authentic. These covers we create are often based on social expectations or our own fears and insecurities. For example, we can create a persona of success, joy, or independence, which does not necessarily reflect who we are in our essence. However, when we maintain these personas for too long, we can begin to feel an inner emptiness and a disconnection with ourselves and the world around us. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness. The spiritual journey invites us to free ourselves from these personas and seek our true essence. This involves facing our fears and insecurities, and learning to be authentic and express ourselves truthfully. By abandoning our masks and embracing our true nature, we can find a sense of peace and connection with the divine and the world around us. This allows us to live a more meaningful and authentic life in harmony with our purpose in life and with other human beings. The pursuit of spiritual freedom involves a process of freeing ourselves from the layers and personas we have created throughout our lives and connecting with our true essence. This process can be scary and challenging because it means letting go of the image we have constructed for ourselves and allowing the world to see us as we really are. We often fear that by showing our vulnerabilities and truths, we will be judged or rejected by others. This can lead to a vicious cycle of fear and insecurity that prevents us from spiritual evolution. However, the spiritual journey invites us to free ourselves from these fears and insecurities and embrace our true nature. This involves learning to trust ourselves and the divine and letting go of social expectations and patterns that no longer serve us. By freeing ourselves from these masks, we can experience a sense of freedom and connection with our true essence and the world around us. This allows us to live a more authentic and meaningful life in harmony with our purpose in life and with other human beings. Although the process of freeing ourselves from the layers and personas we have constructed can be challenging, it can also be extremely rewarding and liberating. When we allow ourselves to be authentic, we free ourselves from the need to please others and can begin to live according to our own values and desires. By embracing our true essence, we can experience a sense of peace and inner integrity. We can begin to make decisions that reflect our own interests and needs, instead of constantly worrying about what others think or expect of us. In addition, being authentic can allow us to establish deeper and more meaningful connections with others. When we are honest and truthful about who we are, we create space for others to be honest and truthful with us as well. This can lead to more authentic and fulfilling relationships, based on trust and mutual understanding. In summary, the spiritual journey of freeing ourselves from the layers and personas we create can be a challenging but also extremely rewarding and liberating process. By allowing ourselves to be authentic, we can live according to our own values and desires, establish deeper connections with others, and experience a sense of inner peace and integrity. Spirituality can provide the tools and guidance needed to embark on this journey of self-discovery and liberation. Through practices such as meditation and self-inquiry, we can begin to connect with our true essence and find the courage to free ourselves from the masks that limit us. Next, we will discuss some ways to shed the masks and find your true essence. Self-knowledge. The first step to self-knowledge is shedding the masks that limit us. It's important to dedicate enough time for reflection and self-analysis in order to identify the beliefs, values, and emotions that shape our personality and actions. Meditation can be a useful tool for this. It helps us calm the mind and connect with our deeper consciousness. By meditating regularly, we can gain a clearer perspective of who we are and what is important to us. It's also helpful to take an inventory of our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. We can ask ourselves, how do I feel in different situations? What are my emotional triggers? What are my main motivations and goals in life? Self-knowledge allows us to better understand ourselves and, in turn, enables us to make more conscious choices in our lives. Acceptance. Acceptance is a fundamental part of the process of shedding the masks and seeking spiritual freedom. This involves learning to accept our flaws and imperfections as part of who we are. Often, we strive so hard to be perfect that we end up becoming prisoners of our own expectations. Acceptance is an ongoing process and can be challenging. However, when we learn to accept our imperfections, we are able to free ourselves from the need to hide behind our masks. This allows us to be more authentic and truthful in our relationships with others and in how we see ourselves. Acceptance can also be a healing process for emotional wounds or traumas that may have led us to build these masks in the first place. Learning to accept and embrace these parts of ourselves can help us find a sense of inner peace and balance. Vulnerability. Being vulnerable can be scary, but it's an important aspect of the search for spiritual freedom. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we are allowing others to see us as we truly are. This can be difficult, especially if we are used to hiding our emotions and thoughts behind our masks. However, being vulnerable can also be liberating. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we are showing the world our true essence and freeing ourselves from the need to maintain our masks. Compassion. Being compassionate with ourselves and others is a fundamental aspect of the process of seeking spiritual freedom. It's important to remember that each of us has our own journeys and personal challenges, and it can be easy to judge ourselves and others when things don't go as expected. Practicing self-compassion can help alleviate the pressure and anxiety that come with the search for authenticity. This involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding, rather than self-criticism and self-judgment. Remember that it's normal to make mistakes and have difficulties along the way, and that these obstacles are opportunities for growth and learning. It's also important to practice compassion towards others. Practice getting rid of masks is a continuous process and may require practice. It is important to practice being authentic in different and challenging situations to strengthen this skill. Practicing authenticity in different and challenging situations is one of the most effective ways to get rid of masks. This can include situations where you feel uncomfortable or insecure, such as public speaking, expressing your opinions or emotions honestly, or facing conflicts. By challenging yourself to be authentic in different situations, you can start to feel more comfortable being yourself and expressing who you truly are. This can help create a sense of confidence and self-esteem, as well as allow you to connect with others in a more authentic and meaningful way. Practice may also involve regular reflection and self-evaluation. Ask yourself why you are wearing a particular mask or character in a certain situation and what you are afraid of losing if you show your true essence. Reflecting on these questions can help identify patterns and limiting beliefs that may be preventing you from getting rid of your masks. Seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can be a valuable tool to help get rid of masks and find authenticity. Having a safe and supportive environment can be essential to facing the challenges that arise throughout the process. Friends and family can provide emotional support, encouragement, and honest feedback as you strive to be authentic. They can also help remind you of your personal values and desires and keep you on the path of spiritual freedom. In addition, a trained professional such as a therapist or coach can help you explore your patterns of behavior and thought and identify areas where you may be holding on to masks and personas. They can provide guidance and support to help you get rid of these layers and discover your true essence. Finding a support group or community of people who are going through the same process can also be helpful. Sharing experiences and perspectives with others can provide a sense of camaraderie and encouragement along the way. However, compassion can help free us from these judgments and allow us to be kinder and more patient with ourselves and others. When we allow ourselves to be compassionate, we are able to accept our limitations and those of others, and move forward more easily. Conclusion: spiritual awakening can be a transformative experience and can be achieved through practices such as meditation, prayer, study of sacred texts, among others. Spiritual development is a continuous process that involves expanding consciousness and enhancing connection with the divine. The pursuit of spiritual freedom involves getting rid of the layers that prevent us from being authentic and true. This can be a challenging and emotional process, but it can also be liberating and rewarding. By focusing on self-knowledge, acceptance, vulnerability, and compassion, we can begin to free ourselves from the masks that limit us and connect with our true essence. Remember that each person has their own spiritual journey and there is no right or wrong way to go through it. Be kind to yourself and allow yourself to move forward with love and compassion. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and liberation. We hope that you found this video helpful in understanding the importance of removing the masks we wear in life. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos like this. As we wrap up, we want to leave you with a thought-provoking question. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? We look forward to hearing your answers in the comments section below. Thank you again for watching.